The Supreme Court has rejected Zaibunnisa Kazi's petition. She had sought more time to surrender, but the Supreme Court has rejected this. So will it be the same fate for Zaibunnisa Kazi as also for Sanjay Dutt? Now what we are being told, that petition filed by Zaibunnisa Kazi, Ishaq and Abdul Ghafoor, they had all sought more time to surrender. They were to surrender by the 18th of April, and that is 2 days from now. That petition has been rejected by the Supreme Court. Next in line is film star Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt had sought 6 months time to surrender. Sanjay Dutt said that he has several films that he wants to complete. So we'll come to the Sanjay Dutt part of the story in a while. Let's quickly listen in. Let me quickly bring in headlines today's Atir Khan for what the Supreme Court said on Zaibunnisa Kazi. Atir, you were in court. Zaibunnisa Kazi sought more time to surrender. What did the court say?
Well, that's right. We know that her lawyer, Fali S. Nariman, had approached the apex court in the chief's court and had sought in court's indulgence he was invoking Article 21, saying that after the conviction, the liberty of the person does not end, and he has the constitutional right to approach the president, and that's what they have done under Article 72. So therefore, he was seeking court's indulgence that some time frame, some time reprieve should be given to his clients, so that the president could consider this mercy petition, and then the court might take into account the final judgment is already there. He says there's no question on the merits of the case. The guilt has been established, but then under the Article 21, the rights of the right of liberty does not end. There is further recourse which his client has exercised, and the president's office has also received the mercy petition, and apparently it has been forwarded to the Home Ministry. Gaurav.
Okay, on what grounds, Atir, did Fali S. Nariman seek more time for Zaibunnisa Kazi? We'll talk about her daughter, the grounds that her daughter was seeking in greater detail in a while. But just tell us, what did Fali S. Nariman plead for Zaibunnisa Kazi?
Well, initially, it was on the question of law that a person has legal recourse even after he or she is convicted from the apex court. The person can approach the president under Article 72, and also the question of law also allows the Article 21 of the Constitution also permits a person's liberty should not be suspended until the last resort is exhausted. So therefore, that was the grounds he was giving initially, but then when the court was not inclined to entertain this, he moved on to the medical grounds, but then the court said that this will cause all sorts of legal problems, and the president's office will be flooded with all such complaints, hence it cannot be entertained.
Okay, now after this court order, Zaibunnisa Kazi, who's 70 years plus, who was convicted in the Bombay blast case, will have to surrender, and that happens in 2 days from now. So that is on the 18th of April. She will have to go to Pune's Yerwada jail. Am I right, Atir?
Well, absolutely. That seems to be the case. The court was not inclined. It also said in as many words that the convict should first surrender and then think about taking legal asking for some pardon, some reprieve, or some sort of mercy. But the prerequisite should be surrendering before the court, which has already decided, and the guilt has been established. So it looks likely that they will have to surrender before any other legal option is exercised.
Okay, now Zaibunnisa Kazi wasn't alone as a petitioner in this case. Fali S. Nariman was fighting her case. There were two others. What did the Supreme Court say about them, or was it one judgment for all three?
No, there was a mention, Gaurav, about all three of them. In fact, Fali S. Nariman also mentioned on the medical grounds that they are aged people, and then he went on to the merits of the case, which perhaps was slightly inappropriate at this stage when a sentence has already been pronounced. But then he said that he took a U-turn, saying that he will not go into the merits. He said there's not enough evidence. But then he also mentioned on medical grounds that they are aged people over 70 years old. But then the court said nothing doing. This sort of application cannot be entertained.
Okay, let's quickly listen in. The relatives of Zaibunnisa Kazi are reacting. Let's listen into them.
ईसा का जवान है, इसकी हालत ऐसी है कि न चल सकते न फिर सकते। अब इस आदमी को आप लेके जाके क्या करेंगे?
इसाक साहब कौन है आपके?
इसाक मेरे रिश्तेदार मामू है।
अच्छा, और गफूर साहब भी आपके कोई रिश्तेदार हैं?
मेरे पिताजी है।
ओके।
और क्या क्या लिखा था आपने एप्लीकेशन, और क्या क्या कहा?
मेडिकल ग्राउंड का भी किए थे कि इनको मेडिकल के ऊपर जो है इनको रिहा किया जाए, मेडिकल के लिए इनको छोड़ दिया जाए।
जी जी। इसके बाद सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने क्या कहा फिर आपकी उस अपील को जब उस पर सुनवाई तो कोर्ट ने क्या कहा?
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उसको मंजूर नहीं किया। इसके लिए अभी हम राष्ट्रपति के पास जाएंगे ताकि उनसे कुछ हमको राहत मिले।
कब राष्ट्रपति के पास कब चल रही है याचिका?
18 को उनको समर्पण करना है। कोर्ट ने कहा कि रिव्यू पिटीशन फाइल
सिर्फ 2 दिन का वक्त बचा है।
तो क्या रिव्यू पिटीशन पे विचार कर रहे हैं आप?
हम हमारे वकील से बात करके बता देंगे।
नहीं, ठीक है।
एक मिनट
मामू है।
सर वो 1 मिनट थोड़ा संभल के